All right, everyone. So Eric Bischoff on his 83 Weeks podcast talked about Hulk Hogan getting booed. Now, obviously, Bischoff is pretty close with Hogan, so keep that in mind as we read these quotes. He says it's just another one of those things where people are going to fall down on one or the other side of the fence, depending on what their predetermined perspectives already are. Debating it doesn't really matter, but he's drawing massive crowds everywhere else. He's out promoting his beer, and thousands of people are standing outside in the cold, waiting for an opportunity to meet him. I think that was a one off. I'm convinced of it. Anybody that hasn't spent any real time in LA and in the working environment, you don't realize how oppressive, overwhelmingly liberal, and I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm not taking sides. It just is what it is, folks. In that large segment of LA, their politics have become their religion, and they get really, really invested. So I'm convinced that was it. Okay, so obviously on this channel, we're not going to get into any of the political stuff or anything else to do with Hulk Hogan. We're going to specifically talk about what Bischoff said. And I think the one thing everybody's missing about this whole thing, and certainly the location of it probably played a big part, but the one thing people are missing is the way he came out was also the worst possible way. Like the fact that on a wrestling show like that, you have Hulk Hogan, who by all accounts, right? I mean, this is regardless of what you think of Hogan, if you think he's awesome or you think he's a piece of crap, right? Everybody agrees he's one of the greatest wrestlers ever to do it. And so when you have someone like that, you hear the music hit and he's coming out when he's promoting a beer, it just doesn't sit right. It just doesn't feel right, And I think it's not to say that he wouldn't have gotten booed either way, because I know Samantha Irvin had said that he was getting booed anytime they showed his face, even on the screen at some events, which I don't know if that was true or not, but that could be true. I just think that maybe if they played it better, if they didn't have him doing that, if that wasn't his only thing on the show, maybe the booze wouldn't have, rained down as hard. And I think if he is going to be at Saturday Night Main Event, this is going to be a good test, right? Seeing him in other venues and seeing if he still gets booed. But I've been saying if they're going to have him on TV, meaning if they're going to continue to bring him onto TV, then they might as well just have him be a heel if he's going to get booed. Never mind trying to get people to cheer him if you're going to keep having him on TV. And my guess is if he gets booed at Saturday Night Main Event, if he does appear, I don't know if he's going to continue to try to go on WWE TV, if he's just constantly getting booed at that level. But look, I mean, if he's going to be on TV and he's getting booed, WWE might as well lean into him being a heel, right? And not, but the bottom line is, I'm just hoping that if they do bring him back for Saturday Night Main Event again, don't have him promoting a beer. You can have like advertising by a shirt or something like that, fine. But when your whole segment is just that's the only reason you're on the show, it just doesn't feel right. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.